Hi there guys, so in today's video we're just going to cover how I've been using Google Gemini inside Google Sheets to increase our cold email reply rate from just 0.8% up to 2.5% with the same campaign, but using Google Gemini inside Sheets to craft personalized icebreakers and subjects. So let's jump into Google Sheets. Now, at the moment, I'm reaching out to MOT garages. So I've just created a bunch of random MOT garages, and I'm just going to show you how it works quite simply inside Google Sheets. Now, when you scrape leads from Google Maps, you'll quite often get them in this kind of format. And that is where like there's sort of brackets Coventry limited on the end of it, all caps or something. And in order to send a authentic sounding email, you need to shorten and you need to obviously capitalize all these correctly so that it sounds like you're reaching out realistically. Because if we sent an email and it said, "Hi, RK Autoworks," all in capitals, then it's obvious that this email is automated and we've put no time into it, and your response rate will show that. So the first thing I like to do is sort all these names out. And to do that, we just need to prompt the AI inside of Google Sheets. Here is a prompt that I made earlier. So I'm just going to paste this in and talk you through it. So to prompt the AI inside Google Sheets, all we need to do is use the formula equals AI and then open bracket. And then we essentially just write our prompt in there. So for this prompt, it's just clean and short on the company name to its core business name only, and then a few rules. Obviously, you can just back and forward this with ChatGPT or Google Gemini to really prompt it how you want it to work. So, and then we just tell it where the company is. So the company in this sheet is in A2, and hit enter, and then you'll get this like purple haze, and that means it's working. And there we go. I mean, it's actually not done anything to that one. So, but all we need to do now though, take this and drag it down like we would any other formula, and it gets to work. Parkside Auto Repairs Limited is now changed it to Parkside Auto Repairs. You've also got, it's removed the Coventry off there, it's capitalized RK Auto Works correctly, removed the limited from here as well. Exactly what we want it to do. Obviously, if you want it to do something different, just play around with your prompt until you get it to behave how you want it to behave. Now we've got this sorted, now we can move on to the icebreaker. Now the icebreaker is literally 2 lines that is personalized at the top of every email that we send, just to make it seem more authentic. And then the other, 4 to 6 lines of the email is why trust us and our offer. When we have Google Maps leads, there's not always that much data. I just use the name and the location to create a very simple icebreaker for these things. If you're scraping leads for bigger businesses using Apollo or something, I have used like make.com flows to essentially extract the data from a Google Sheet, feed it to a ChatGPT module, and then sort of post it back. Because you can use multiple data sources. So you can use like company LinkedIn's and that kind, and websites that probably have a bit more detail than small business on. In this icebreaker, all we've been doing is using a really simple icebreaker. And here is a prompt I made earlier. Again, equals AI, and then we just start writing our prompt. So write a 2-line cold email icebreaker using this format. Line 1, came across company name while looking at a few places around city. Thought I'd reach out as we're currently helping a few garages bring in more customers. So obviously this is just completely applicable. It needs changing to your use case, but just prompt it and tweak it until you're happy with it. I kept this one very simple and it tripled our reply rates. And then we just have to tell it where the company is. So the company is, that's correct, in C2 there, because we want the new version where it's had the limited and stuff removed. I actually kept the same rules in here just to see if it tweaks it slightly. So C2 and then the city, which is in B2. And then we just hit enter and let Gemini do its thing. There we go. So it came across Coventry MOT and service stations while looking at a few places around Coventry. Admittedly, that's not the best example because it's double-barreled with the name in there. And then again, all we got to do is just drag that down, let Gemini do its thing, and there we have 11 personalized icebreakers in quite literally seconds. So very happy with them. And that, just quite literally that, has tripled our reply rate on our cold email campaign. If there is anything you see that I'm doing wrong, just let me know, because I'm always interested to learn, or if there's anything I can do to help you guys, just drop me a comment and I will get back to you.